I'm Rob Pearson, Director of Proficiency and Assessment at CIRO. In this video, I'll explain how to use an exam syllabus, practice exam, and guide for studying. These materials support CIRO's new proficiency model and will be valuable to anyone who wishes to self-study, firms that want to support candidates, and education service providers who may want to develop a prep course for an exam. High proficiency standards play a key role in investor protection and the integrity and efficiency of capital markets. At the heart of the proficiency model are applicable exams related to the approved person categories. There are no mandatory courses, and candidates will be able to choose how best to prepare for an exam, either through self-study or a test prep course offered by a firm or education provider. The Canadian Investment Regulatory Exam, or CIRE, is a general exam required for investment representatives and registered representatives, and may be required for other approved categories as set out in IDPC Rule 2603. The remaining 8 exams are related to the other approved person categories. So where does the syllabus, practice exam, and guide for studying fit into this story? Let's start with the syllabus. Think of a syllabus as a kind of exam roadmap. Each syllabus is based on CIRO's competency profile for each approved person role. The competency profile describes the knowledge, skills, and behaviors a competent approved person must have. The syllabus translates the competencies into learning outcomes. Statements like this: there's a lot of information packed into every learning outcome, and the syllabus explains how to use this information. Each outcome points to a specific piece of knowledge that candidates will need to demonstrate on the exam. The way each outcome is written also signals how this knowledge needs to be demonstrated. There are 4 types of outcomes, each progressively more difficult. A remember type learning outcome tests the ability to recall a fact or definition, such as the applicable reporting obligations to firms and regulators. An understand type of learning outcome tests deeper comprehension of an idea, such as the difference between a retail client and an institutional client. An apply type learning outcome tests the use of knowledge in a new situation. This is when and how a supervisor must report a client complaint. And an analyze type outcome tests the ability to review information and draw conclusions or make connections, such as reviewing a short scenario and noting the specific responsibilities of a supervisor. The practice exam represents questions that are of the same type, scope, and level of difficulty as the actual exam. So the practice exam is similar to the examination candidates will sit. All questions are multiple choice, with some involving short scenarios with multiple question sets. Oh, and the practice exam also comes with an answer key. The Guide for Studying provides helpful study tips, presents the pros and cons of self-study versus taking an exam prep course, links CIRO's rules and other regulatory websites, suggests about where to look for source material relevant to the exam, and things to look for when choosing an exam prep course. I want to stress that the Guide for Studying is not a textbook or content reference, but rather suggestions and best practices for how best to prepare for an exam. For candidates who choose to self-study, you'll find these materials valuable supports. But in the end, your success on the exam will depend on you and thorough preparation.